Alright, this is Grayson with Garvin's. We're at 6398 South Emporia Circle in Englewood. We're doing a sewer scope for a home sale. Currently, we are pushed out about 93 feet to the city tap. We've got a little bit of root intrusions. I would recommend getting some maintenance done at some point on this home. I recommend most homes be maintained yearly or bi-yearly. Our tap appears to be in good condition. It does have a bend right before the tap. You'll see a little bit of waste that is in the line. It did have a blockage that was wiped, so I was able to push it out with my camera. Looks like we could have a small bit of crackage there at the tap on the left. Very minimal, and I don't see roots growing through that. And then we've got a small amount of roots along the top. All the roots that I've seen are pretty minimal and they're not obstructing the bottom of the pipe. So you can see where the water level has set high for a long time. So this line had some partial blockages, but it was, I believe, due to the use of flushable pipes. So a little bit more roots there, but it's on the side, not on the bottom. A lot of times roots will grow in little tufts that will create blockages. So we have long roots, but they're along the sidewall, not impeding flow actively. We were running quite a bit of water. A little bit of it's still draining out. However, we are not running water currently. So the clay tile pipe doesn't concern me very much. I think regular maintenance should do just fine. Very minimal offsets. Appears the pitch is okay as far as drainage goes. So with cracks, which I haven't really seen any additional cracking or anything since that little one at the tap, generally they only are alarming to me whenever they are fully connecting 360 in a circle. They're outside of the hub, which is to say the male and female joint where the pipes are joined. That's where roots grow in. If it's a 360 crack and it's got roots growing through it, it can lead to a pipe collapse. But I haven't seen any of that here. A little bit of root growth at the joints is very normal. So here we are at roughly 40 feet. We've got our transition from clay into cast iron. You can see the line's a little flat. We've got a very minimal amount of standing water along the bottom of the pipe. Our cast iron is scaled up and old. A lot of cast iron is in similar conditions around the city. And it would improve with the maintenance that we would come out for in the future. I don't know if anything in particular more needs to be done. I don't see any rot channels. A lot of times along the bottom of the pipe, you'll see, you know, how water is standing here. It does eventually eat through the cast iron, and you'll see the camera head sitting lower than the circular profile of the actual pipe. But I haven't experienced that on any of this run. Right here is where we're tying into the rest of the line. I believe that's the laundry sink downstairs. And you can see this section here, this last 20 feet, has a little more water in it This is a little more flat. And this is where, just past that tie-in, I believe, is where our wipes were collected. So, still not a huge concern, but I always tell people to get sewer insurance and have a savings fund for if they do need to break the concrete and replace the cast iron, just because cast iron piping is getting old all over the city. So we're getting a little lower there. Grayson with Garvin's. Thank you.